Smoke rises after an Israeli airstrike on the Gaza Strip. Seen from southern Israel on Friday, October 20, 2023. Khan Yunis. Gaza Strip. Israel shelled Gaza Strip early Friday, striking areas where Palestinians had been told to seek safety and beginning to evacuate a major Israeli town near the Lebanese border in latest sign of a potential ground offensive, a development that could trigger regional turmoil in Gaza. Amid fighting, Israel's defense minister said country had no plans to maintain control over civilians in Gaza after war against Hamas militant group. Defense Minister Yoav Gallant's comments to MPs were the first time a senior Israeli official discussed long-term plans for Gaza. Gallant said Israel expects a three-phase war, starting with airstrikes and ground maneuvers. It then envisages defeat of resistance groups and eventually end of Israel's responsibility for life. In Gaza Strip, Palestinians in Gaza reported heavy airstrikes on town of Khan Yunis in south of region, and ambulances carrying men, women and children rushed to local Nasser hospital. Gaza's second largest hospital was already overflowing with patients and people seeking shelter. The Israeli military said it hit more than 100 targets across Gaza affiliated with the region's Hamas rulers, including a tunnel and weapons depots. On Thursday, Gallant ordered ground troops to prepare to view Gaza from the inside, signaling a ground offensive aimed at crushing militant Hamas rulers in Gaza nearly 2 weeks after a bloody attack on Israel. Authorities did not give any timeline for such an operation. More than 1 million people have been displaced in Gaza. Many heeded Israel's order to evacuate northern part of the closed zone on Mediterranean coast. Although Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called areas south of Gaza a safe zone earlier this week, Israeli military spokesman Nir Dinar said on Friday there is no safe zone. Some Palestinians who fled the north because of INGs across Gaza appear to be returning. UN officials said the strikes, combined with extremely difficult living conditions in south, appear have pushed some to return the north despite ongoing heavy armament there, said Ravina Shamdasani, a spokeswoman for UN Human Rights Office. In dark wards all over Gaza, doctors were performing surgeries with cell phone lights and treating infected wounds with vinegar. Work began on Friday to repair the road at the border damaged in airstrikes. Trucks were dumping gravel, and bulldozers and other road repair equipment were filling large craters. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres visited the crossing point on Friday and called for aid to be quickly delivered to Gaza, calling it the difference between life and death. Israel evacuated its own communities near Gaza and Lebanon, relocating residents to hotels elsewhere in the country. The Ministry of Defense announced evacuation plans on Friday for Kiryat Shmona, a town of more than 20,000 residents near